Dear friend, there's something quietly happening in our bodies once we pass the age of 50. It's not loud, not easily noticed, but it deeply affects our health and appearance. It's the gradual decline in our body's ability to produce collagen. Our skin is no longer as firm and radiant as it was in our 20s. Sometimes you feel a slight twinge in your knees in the morning, your hair isn't as thick, and your nails break more easily. These subtle changes aren't warnings that we're falling apart, but rather gentle whispers from the body, telling us it's time to take care of ourselves in a slower, softer, and more mindful way. You don't need luxury skincare or expensive supplements, because right there in our everyday meals are humble dishes that nourish us from the inside out. Just a few familiar vegetables, if used wisely, can help the body produce collagen, soothe aching joints, and preserve our skin and vitality as the years go by. To begin this journey of caring for our joints and skin after 50, I invite you to pause for a moment and consider a name you know all too well: Malabar spinach. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? A modest little vegetable found in countless Vietnamese meals, usually served as a cooling soup during hot summers, or when we're feeling a bit tired of meat and fish. But behind that unassuming appearance, Malabar spinach is a silent companion, an especially valuable ally for our joint health, particularly as we start to feel the unmistakable signs of aging. Within its stems and leaves is a layer of natural slime, known scientifically as mucilage. This isn't just what gives it that slippery texture when cooked, it actually acts like a natural lubricant inside the body. Once absorbed through the digestive system, it functions like oil for the joints, reducing friction, improving cartilage flexibility, and especially helping those joints that tend to pop or ache quietly every morning. Malabar spinach is also packed with nutrients essential for collagen production. Vitamin A helps heal skin cells and mucous membranes. Vitamin C stimulates natural collagen creation, and calcium and magnesium strengthen bones and connective tissues. A simple bowl of Malabar spinach soup, if eaten regularly, can significantly support joint resilience and recovery over time. I still remember a time when the joints in my fingers would ache easily, especially in the early morning. Just holding a toothbrush, opening a spice jar, or typing for a little too long would cause stiffness and a mild burning sensation. So I tried something very simple. Every evening, I made Malabar spinach soup with dried shrimp, a dish that brought back memories of childhood with my grandmother. I didn't expect miracles. I just thought it would be gentle and easy to digest. But to my surprise, after just 2 weeks of sticking with it, I noticed my fingers weren't as stiff as before. Simple actions like turning doorknobs or buttoning shirts became smoother and more comfortable. No pills, no massages, just a bit of quiet love for my body through a familiar bowl of soup. Here's a little tip when cooking Malabar spinach: don't overboil it. When overcooked, its natural mucilage breaks down and nutrients can be lost. It's best to cook it just until the water boils. When the leaves are still vibrant green and lightly slippery, that's when it's most beneficial. You can pair it with clams, dried shrimp, or field crab to enhance the flavor and add easily digestible protein. Besides soup, you can also stir-fry Malabar spinach lightly with sesame oil and garlic. It's fragrant, warming, and comforting. For older adults, it's recommended to eat Malabar spinach about 2 to 3 times a week, with each serving around 150 to 200 grams of cooked vegetables. And remember to use the leaves within 1 to 2 days of purchase to preserve their full nutritional value. We often overlook humble foods, but it's those very simple things that can bring about the most profound changes. A small bowl of soup each evening not only warms the soul, but can also quietly mend the hidden wear and tear within our bodies. And if Malabar spinach is the quiet friend that nourishes your joints from the inside, then the next vegetable is more like a silent shield, always standing between you and the threats that can harm your bones, cartilage, and skin. It's a superfood that's been widely studied and praised: broccoli. I often call it the silent superhero of the meal because it's not flashy. It doesn't have an especially enticing flavor like some other vegetables, but it holds within it a quiet strength that few people truly notice. What makes it special is a compound called sulforaphane, a powerful antioxidant capable of blocking enzymes that break down joint cartilage. After age 50, the cartilage that helps joints move smoothly begins to wear down, And that's exactly when sulforaphane becomes an essential protector. Broccoli is also a rich source of vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and calcium, all crucial for collagen production and maintaining strong bone density. Vitamin C boosts natural collagen creation, while vitamin K helps prevent bones from becoming porous from the inside. These nutrients, when consumed daily in a small serving of vegetables, can bring about changes in the body that are far more powerful than we might expect. I remember clearly the moment I decided to switch to a healthier diet. The first thing I did was add broccoli to my lunch. No frying, no overcooking, just a light steam or quick boil, then tossed with a bit of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, and a sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds. Every time I ate it, I felt a refreshing lightness spread through my body. And after just 2 weeks, I noticed my wrist, which used to ache when typing, felt significantly better. The stiffness and soreness were no longer there. Even more surprising, the skin around my neck and hands looked just a bit brighter. Not a dramatic transformation, but enough for me to notice. It felt like my body was slowly recovering from the inside. Not rushed, not showy, just steady and quiet day by day. Broccoli is incredibly easy to incorporate into meals. You can steam it for 3 to 4 minutes and toss it into a salad, stir-fry it briefly, or serve it as a side with your main dish. Avoid overcooking, as that can destroy sulforaphane and other valuable nutrients. A helpful tip: when steaming, aim to keep the broccoli bright green and slightly crisp. That's when it holds the most nutrients. You can also drizzle a little flaxseed oil or olive oil on top to enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Older adults should aim to eat broccoli around 2 to 3 times per week, with each serving about 150 grams, as a main vegetable dish in meals. If you have time, you can pre-boil a small batch and store it in a glass container. It's convenient and helps reinforce a healthy daily habit. And if broccoli is the shield protecting your bones and joints from silent wear and tear, then the next vegetable is more like an activator, helping the body produce collagen more effectively while reducing inflammation and keeping your skin vibrant. It's a bright red fruit, slightly sweet, not spicy, and it actually contains more vitamin C than oranges. It's red bell pepper. Many people think of oranges or lemons when it comes to vitamin C, but did you know? Red bell peppers actually contain more vitamin C than oranges, in some cases even twice as much. And as you already know, vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, helping skin stay elastic, firm, and slowing down the signs of aging. But what many don't realize is that vitamin C also plays a critical role in protecting connective tissue and keeping cartilage from deteriorating over time. Red bell peppers also contain carotenoids, a group of antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, slow down cellular aging, and reduce joint inflammation. For those who spend long hours sitting, working at a computer, or dealing with stiffness and soreness in the wrists, shoulders, or neck, this is definitely a food you'll want to include in your weekly menu. I still remember the first time I decided to eat red bell pepper every day. Not for any scientific reason, but simply because I wanted to add more color to my lunchtime salad. I'd usually slice half a pepper thinly, toss it with lettuce and cherry tomatoes, drizzle with olive oil, and sprinkle a bit of sea salt. Some days I'd stir-fry it quickly with thinly sliced beef. Other times I'd lightly roast it and mix it into whole grain bread. What surprised me was, after just about 10 days of this small, consistent habit, I began to notice the skin on my hands becoming softer, no longer dry or dull after frequent hand washing. The fine lines around my eyes, usually more visible in the morning, seemed to soften. Most notably, my wrist, which used to ache after a few hours of writing, felt noticeably less sore. It wasn't a dramatic shift, but a gentle, steady improvement, as if my body was quietly thanking me for giving it something truly right. Red bell pepper is wonderfully versatile. You can eat it raw in salads to preserve the full vitamin content, or lightly sauté it with olive oil to boost the absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants. Another delicious option is lightly roasting it on a cast iron pan. The skin will char just slightly, creating a rich aroma and making it easier to digest. When shopping, choose peppers that are bright red, firm, and glossy, without bruises or soft spots. Store them in a cool, dry place or in the fridge, and try to use them within 3 to 4 days for the best freshness. Older adults can incorporate anywhere from half to one whole red bell pepper at a time, about 3 to 4 times a week. You can add it to breakfast, stir fries, light soups, or even blend it into smoothies if you enjoy getting creative with your meals. If red bell pepper is the diligent craftsman that jumpstarts your body's collagen engine, then the next vegetable is like a treasure chest of nutrition, packed with elements that fight inflammation, protect your joints, and nurture your skin from the inside out. A vegetable often hailed as a superfood by scientists, yet deeply familiar to Vietnamese kitchens: spinach. Inside each deep green, delicate leaf is a trove of valuable nutrients. Vitamin C stimulates collagen production, keeping your skin elastic and glowing. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation, a hidden culprit behind joint pain and the aging of connective tissue. Then there's magnesium, iron, folate, and especially lutein, an antioxidant studied for its ability to protect cartilage from damage caused by chronic inflammation, a key factor in age-related joint degeneration. What's wonderful about spinach is that it's not only highly nutritious, but also incredibly easy to cook. You can boil it, stir-fry it, mix it into salads, use it as a filling for omelets, or even blend it into smoothies. I used to make a quick breakfast by stir-frying spinach with eggs, using just a bit of olive oil and a crushed clove of garlic. The aroma would fill the kitchen, and the flavor was subtle and comforting. On days when I wanted something different, I'd blend spinach with ripe banana, a few slices of green apple, and a spoonful of chia seeds. That drink was not only cooling, but also gave me a refreshing burst of energy and clarity. But the most precious change was how my body began to feel. After about 2 weeks of maintaining this routine, I noticed my knees were far less stiff in the morning. No more having to gently rotate them to get moving. Standing up felt easier, with less of that dull ache. My skin also became noticeably softer, especially on my hands and neck, areas often exposed to sunlight and water. I truly believe those changes didn't come from some instant miracle, but from steady, loving care, rooted in the simplest things. Each time I serve spinach on my plate, it feels like I'm saying thank you to my body for carrying me through all the rushed years of life. Here's a little tip I'd love to share. Wash your spinach thoroughly, let it dry, then divide it into small portions and freeze it in glass containers or vacuum-sealed bags. This method isn't just convenient, it also helps preserve the nutrients longer. When you need it, just take out a portion and cook it up quickly. No need for fancy seasoning. A quick stir-fry with a healthy oil like olive oil and maybe a sprinkle of sesame seeds or some minced ginger is all it takes to create a dish that's both delicious and nourishing. Older adults should aim to eat spinach about 3 to 4 times a week, with each serving around 100 to 150 grams of cooked greens. If you'd like to add a source of healthy protein, you can pair it with free-range eggs, chia seeds, or steamed legumes. For those who have trouble eating raw greens, a light smoothie or thin rice porridge made with spinach is also a gentle and easily digestible option. When you start noticing positive changes from a vegetable that once seemed so ordinary, that's when you realize that caring for your health in older age doesn't require anything grand. Just a plate of greens each day, a little patience, and a little love for your body. That's already the beginning of deep and lasting healing from within. And if spinach is the quiet companion that supports you daily from the roots up, then the next vegetable comes with a grand title, the Queen of Greens. Not just because of its superior nutrient content, but for its remarkable ability to fight aging, regenerate collagen, and protect your joints. It's a vegetable I once hesitated to try due to its slightly bitter bite, but it surprised me with noticeable changes after just a few weeks of regular use. I'm talking about kale. Kale is packed with vitamin K, vitamin C, calcium, and sulforaphane, a powerhouse quartet that not only supports strong bone structure, but also helps the body rebuild collagen, fight inflammation, and slow aging at the cellular level. Vitamin K plays a key role in maintaining bone density and preventing osteoporosis. Vitamin C, of course, supports skin elasticity and boosts natural collagen activity. Calcium strengthens joints and teeth, while sulforaphane, a natural antioxidant, neutralizes free radicals and protects joint cartilage from chronic inflammation, a hidden cause behind declining mobility in older adults. I still remember my first time trying kale. That slightly pungent taste wasn't exactly pleasant when eaten raw. But instead of giving up, I learned to massage the leaves with a bit of salt and lemon juice before preparing them. This not only softened the texture, but also mellowed the flavor and made the nutrients easier to absorb. Gradually, kale became a familiar friend in my meals. Some days I'd make a kale salad with boiled eggs, avocado, and olive oil. Other days, I'd stir-fry it lightly with garlic and roasted cashews. Sometimes, I'd even blend it into a smoothie with apples and pineapple, a gentle way to take in nutrients while preserving that vibrant green color. After about 3 weeks of consistent use, I started to notice small but clear improvements. My knees stopped making that popping sound whenever I stood up or sat down, and the stuck joint sensation after long periods of sitting eased up. The skin around my neck and elbows, often dry and rough, began to feel smoother. I wasn't looking for youth or dramatic transformation, but these small signs showed me that my body was grateful for being heard and for being nourished from the root. If you're looking for a simple yet effective way to care for your joints and brighten your skin, try starting with kale. Just 100 grams per serving, 2 to 3 times a week, and you can cook it into soups, stir-fries, salads, or smoothies, as long as it's prepared gently to preserve its nutrients. When buying kale, choose deep green leaves with firm stems and no signs of wilting. Store it in a cloth bag or wrapped in paper towels in the fridge and use it within 3 days for optimal freshness. Here's a little tip. If you're not a fan of kale's strong flavor, try pairing it with naturally sweet ingredients like pumpkin, sweet corn, or apples. Not only does this balance out the taste, but it also enhances the anti-aging and joint-protecting benefits. And now, after walking through 5 humble yet powerful vegetables together, each with the potential to nourish your joints, boost collagen, and slow down aging, have you realized something? Sometimes, good health doesn't come from anything grand, not from supplements, not from expensive gyms or high-tech therapies, but simply from a plate of vegetables prepared with care and repeated consistently each day. Your body doesn't need miracles. It just needs you to return to the simplest things at the right time and for long enough. You see, health doesn't always lie in the big things we chase after. Sometimes it lives in the smallest, most familiar things. A simple plate of greens, a meal cooked with love, or a small daily habit. Whether it's a bowl of Malabar spinach soup with dried shrimp, a few steamed broccoli florets dipped in light soy sauce, or a morning spinach smoothie, each one can become a quiet yet lasting investment in strong joints, healthy skin, and an old age free from aching limbs and thinning hair. If you've ever brushed off those vegetables, skipped the red bell pepper thinking it was just a garnish, or avoided kale because of its bold flavor, today I hope you'll see them in a new light. Because sometimes, your body doesn't ask for much, just for you to listen a little sooner and care a little more gently. And if you're just beginning this journey of caring for yourself from the inside out, give these vegetables a chance. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just pick one and stick with it every week. After a month, you'll feel the difference for yourself. Now tell me, which of the 5 vegetables stood out to you the most today? The silky Malabar spinach, the nutrient-rich broccoli, the vibrant red bell pepper, the gentle spinach, or the powerhouse kale? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And if you have any tips for boosting natural collagen or your own favorite dishes that help you feel stronger each day, share them with us. Your experience might be just what someone else needs right now. Finally, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the health tips I share every week. Thank you for listening, and here's to your health, your strength, and your most natural beauty from the inside out.